This reading is for you if you feel tired, you wake up and you're already feeling exhausted, and even the things that used to make you happy don't have the same flavor anymore. What you're feeling right now isn't just busyness. This is something deeper. Something got taken from you along the way, and you haven't had the time to figure out what it was because you've been too busy holding everything together. Before we go into today's reading, I'd like to share with you my sponsor for this video, Psychic Source. Psychic Source is the oldest and most trusted psychic service with over 35 years of experience. They connect you with professional, gifted advisors by phone, video chat, or text. If you're not happy with your last paid psychic reading, it's free. They back up their service with a no-risk guarantee. Psychic Source is offering an exclusive new customer offer for my viewers. Go to my sponsor, trypsychicsource.com/redfairy, or click the link in the description and pinned comment below to get 40 minutes for just $19.80 when you use the code REDFAIRY. Thank you for listening. Now let's get into today's reading. At the back of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. You've already started leaving something. You might not realize it yet, but the transition is happening. You're not the same place you were before, mentally and spiritually, even if your physical circumstances look the same. Think of it like this. You're moving across a calm season right now, and you're carrying everything with you. You're carrying the exhaustion, the wounds, the pain from the previous season and from the past as well. While those things haven't completely disappeared, you are still moving on. You're not stagnating. You're moving forward and away from this pain slowly. You are moving from a chaotic season of your life into a much calmer season, and the journey has just started. This journey requires you to sit still and let yourself be carried for a while. You've been the one carrying everyone else for so long. This card is saying it's your turn to be carried now. Even if that feels uncomfortable, and even if your instinct is to take control because sitting still makes you anxious, you need to learn stillness. You need to learn how to sit still and trust that you are being led toward a calm season and that you are being taken care of. I also want to say something specific. Some of you may have physically moved recently or about to move in the upcoming months. And for others of you, it may not be a physical move, but an emotional one, like you're crossing over from one version of your life into another. And you will feel this when it happens. Either way, you're not stuck. I know it feels like you are, but this card at the back of the deck is telling me that the whole theme of this reading is transition. You're passing through something. Okay, so here's where we need to talk about what actually happened to you. You've been standing guard. You built this wall around yourself, around your life, around your responsibilities, and you've been defending it like your life depends on it, living in survival mode. Every single day you show up, you hold it together, you push through when your body is telling you to slow down. but you keep going because that's what you do. You're the kind of person who doesn't quit. You are very reliable. When you say I'm fine, people usually believe you. And part of you is proud of that, like you can take a hit and keep standing. Here's the problem though. You've been defending a life that stopped serving you a long time ago. And I know that's hard to hear because you invested so much into building it. But somewhere along the way, the thing you were protecting became the thing that was hurting you. You think if you let go, if you slow down, even for a second, everything falls apart. Whether it's your job, your relationship, your finances, your routine. But what if it doesn't? What if the thing that falls apart is just the version of your life that was never meant to last forever? What if letting go doesn't mean failure, but it means that you're finally done wrestling with something that ended a long time ago? There is a difference between being strong and being stuck. And right now, you are confusing the two. I say that with love, because the 9 of Wands is showing me that something is meant to be over in your life, but you're still holding on to it tightly. You've been working and working and working, grinding day after day in what feels like this machine. Like you're just a part of the operation and nobody sees you as a person anymore. It's like you're what you produce. You're your output. And at some point, I don't know when exactly, you started seeing yourself the same. You started measuring your worth by how much you get done in a day, how productive you are, how useful you are to other people. And on the days when you can't perform, when your body or when your mind tells you that it needs a break, you kind of feel guilty, as if something is wrong with you for needing rest. But there is nothing wrong with you. You may be in a work environment where you feel replaceable, or where the workload keeps growing and the appreciation keeps shrinking, where they added more to your plate without taking anything off of it. You've been so deep in the grind that you forgot there was ever anything outside of it. And this card is encouraging you to create a separation between your work life, your home life, and your personal life. Okay, so this card is giving me chills, because after what I was just saying, this card shows up in this order, and it says only one thing: step back. Right now, you need to remove yourself from the noise. You need to go somewhere quiet, where nobody needs anything from you, where you can hear your own thoughts. You don't need a 5-year plan. You don't need to figure everything out. All you need is the next step, and you can only find it in quiet. I want to be really specific about what this card is asking you to do. It's not asking you to isolate yourself or to push people away. It's asking you to be deliberate about your solitude. There is a massive difference between loneliness and chosen solitude. Loneliness is what happens when you feel disconnected against your will. Solitude is when you choose to step away from the noise so you can reconnect with yourself. Some of you need to take a trip alone. Like seriously, even if it's just for a weekend or one night. Go somewhere where nobody knows you. Turn your phone off for a day. Sit with yourself and see what comes up. Others of you need something smaller. This could be waking up an hour before everyone else and just sitting in silence. Or it could be going for walks with no podcast, no music, just you and whatever surfaces. I know this feels counterintuitive when you're burnt out, because the world might tell you that if you feel burnt out, then you need more fun, more socializing, more experiences to feel alive again. And sometimes that could be true. But for you right now, what you need is the opposite. What you need is stillness. The hermit says it's time to find your light, and you can't do that in a crowd. After you step back, you will start seeing things differently. When you finally get the distance and the quiet that you need, you will suddenly start to realize that the thing you were burning yourself out for is not even what you actually want. Or maybe it is what you want, but not in the way you've been going on about it. The goal was fine, but the method was draining you. I'm also getting this energy of someone who has so much wisdom inside them that they haven't been using. Like, you've learned so much from life, from pain, from experiences, and you've been so busy surviving, you haven't had the time to actually apply any of it or tell your story. You know more than you think you do. Honestly, you know more than most people around you about certain things. But you've been too exhausted to access that part of yourself. The burnout didn't just take your energy, it took your perspective. And this card says that the perspective is coming back. Oh, and one more thing. Some of you are going to become someone others turn to for wisdom. Not right now, but after you heal from this. People will come to you for guidance because they will see that you went through the fire and came out different. You came out with more understanding and insight. I need to warn you about something. When you start pulling away from the grind, when you start getting quiet and giving yourself some space, something uncomfortable might happen. Stuff is going to come up. Feelings you buried, fears you didn't have time to deal with because you were too busy being productive that you ignored them. The moon is the card of things lurking beneath the surface. And right now there is something crawling out of the deep water inside you. Something that's been sitting there for a long time, waiting for you to slow down enough for it to surface. For some of you, this is anxiety that has no clear source. Like you will be sitting, trying to relax, and suddenly feel this wave of dread for no reason. When it happens, don't take it as a sign that you are failing at rest. That's actually a sign that you're finally still enough for your body to process what's been holding. There's also something here about not everything being what it seems like. Something in your life has been presented to you as necessary. This could be a responsibility or an obligation, but this card is asking you to take a closer look. Because in the moonlight, things cast shadows that make them look bigger than they are. What you've been afraid of leaving might not be as essential as you think. You know that feeling when you're half awake, very late at night, and your mind just goes to the worst possible scenarios? That's the energy I'm getting here. It's real fear, but it's distorted fear. And the trick is learning to tell the difference between what's actually dangerous and what your exhausted brain is blowing out of proportion. And this is what's been happening lately. You're worried. You're worried about so many things at the same time. But here's what this card is actually showing me. There is something growing right in front of you right now. The sunlight is coming through behind you and you can't see it because your eyes are closed. You're so focused on the worry that you are missing the fact that life is still happening, still moving, still blooming, even when you're not actively pushing it forward. This is maybe the hardest thing for you to accept. Not everything requires your effort. Some things grow on their own. The world doesn't stop spinning because you sat down. Your value isn't in what you do. It's who you are when you're not doing anything at all. And that's the lesson this card is showing you. You are allowed to rest, and the world will still be there when you wake up. Something is about to start happening within you. Your feelings are about to start to awaken. You're going to start to feel again. When you start feeling again after being numb for so long, it doesn't start with happiness. It starts with grief. You're going to mourn the time you lost, the years you spent in survival mode, the version of yourself that existed before the burnout, the one who was lighter, who laughed easier, who didn't carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. You're going to grieve for them, because in a way, that person got lost. But they are not gone. That version of you didn't die. They've been sitting this whole time, waiting for you to slow down enough to find them again. Your emotional depth is actually your greatest strength. It's not your work ethic, not your productivity, not your ability to push through the pain, but your ability to feel deeply, to care genuinely, to sit with someone else's pain and make them feel less alone. That is strength, and it got buried under to-do lists and deadlines and obligations. Anyways, moving on, because I could talk about this card forever. The practical advice here is simple. Let the feelings come. Get in touch with your creative side. Journal, draw, sing, dance, whatever gets you to feel again. This card represents your inner child. Your inner child has been waiting for you. Stay here with me because this is specific. There was a version of you that existed before you learned that your worth was tied to your productivity. Before someone taught you that rest was laziness. Before the world convinced you that you had to earn the right to be happy. That version of you used to do things just because they felt good. Drawing, dancing around the house, whatever it was for you, there was no outcome attached to it. Just joy for the sake of joy. That part of yourself has been abandoned because life just happened. But that little version of you never left. This is how the burnout ends. It's not with a promotion or with a vacation, not even with a new morning routine or a productivity hack. But really, truly, it ends when you give yourself the permission to do something that serves no purpose other than making you feel alive. So get those art supplies, or sign up for the class that has nothing to do with your career, or take a new route home just to see what's there, or watch the movie you loved when you were a kid. This card is very clear. What will help you end your burnout is playfulness, softness, kindness toward yourself. You're going to reconnect with the hobby or an interest you abandoned years ago, and it's going to feel like coming home again. Let's get more messages with the charms and dice. You are stepping into a warrior energy, and this energy represents your future self. You're becoming someone who knows what they will and will not accept. The key charm tells me that there is something specific that is about to open for you. A Capricorn or an Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, might be the one who hands you that key. There is an Aries or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, connected to this message. This could also be someone whose name starts with the letter B. This person brings a playful, warm energy into your life. The dolphin charm is telling me that this connection feels light and easy. 2 of your manifestations are about to come true. Whatever you've been praying for, journaling about, thinking about, manifesting, 2 of those things are lining up for you right now. The number 2 is also telling me that this could involve a partnership or a second chance at something. Be careful. There is someone in your life or coming into your life who is not being genuine with you. And this connection has something to do with the internet, social media, or online communication. This could be someone you met online or someone who interacts with you digitally more than in person. This person's intentions are not pure. The butterfly charm tells me that this will be revealed during a period of transformation in your life. And this either involves 3 people or it will happen within the next 3 days to 3 weeks. That's all I have for you. I hope you found this reading insightful. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. It will mean the world to me. I love you and see you in my next reading.